Hi everyone and welcome to our first video. Oh! I've just fed him, so I'm just scared in case he's sick everywhere, so I've got a little muslin cloth. So my name is Evelina and this is my little baby boy Lucas. He's going to be in most of the videos, most likely, if he cooperates. But he's been a good boy today, so hopefully keeps up. So I asked on Instagram like what questions you would want, so this is questions that people asked for. And the main one that I got asked the most was, what was your first thought when you found out you were pregnant? Shock. I was like in denial. Like, I think I deep down knew I was pregnant because my period was like 8 days late and the cramps I had were like not period cramps. Like, I knew something was up, but I was in such denial that I was like, nah, there's no way. But then I was pregnant, but I was in shock, but at the same time I was really happy. Like, I was scared, obviously. Like, I was terrified to tell my mum. Like, the next question actually is, what was your parents' reaction? My mum, she reacted actually okay. Like, at first she was kind of like, what? No way. Like, she was shocked and a bit angry at first, but she came around and she was excited like a few hours after. My partner, he was with me when I took the test and he was terrified, which is understandable. Like, I was terrified too, but he came around as well, and literally a week after I was buying baby clothes and getting really excited. How are you managing to cope in lockdown with a newborn? It's tough, but I've got loads of support here at my boyfriend's house, so his mum helps me out a lot. So yeah, but I don't know how single mums can do it. Honestly, it's 24/7. Like, looking after a newborn is so hard. It's definitely not what I expected. Like, I didn't think it'd be this hard. Look at him looking at the camera. Do you plan on having any more kids? If so, how many? I definitely want a little girl, so I'm wanting 2 or 3, but I don't know. I guess we'll see, but waving. I definitely want a little girl. Like, I wanted a girl when I was pregnant with Lucas, and I had a little bit of a gender disappointment. Like, the woman was like, oh, it's a boy, and I'm just sitting there like, oh. Like, I was like positive that he was a girl. I don't know why, like, I just had a gut feeling. But then like a few days before my scan, I kept on having dreams that he was a boy, and I was like, is this like a sign? And I'm guessing it was. Favourite baby clothes shops? River Island and La Loop are my 2 favourites. And Primark actually has lovely baby clothes as well. Sometimes, like, some of the stuff I've got Lucas, like, they've got such nice Disney themed stuff, but La La Loop is my favourite. It's my boyfriend's auntie's website, and she does like little cute animal patterns and stuff, and honestly it's amazing, and the quality is like, I've not had any problems with it, and it's basically all he's in. Look at you looking at the camera. Advice to new mums, definitely find yourself some mum friends. Like, it's good if you have like your regular friends, but I feel like your like mum friends will understand you more because they know what you're going through. And like, I had like Amy, if you're watching this, me and Amy basically like went through pregnancy together, and it was like amazing to have someone that you could like, when some like a new symptom happened, I'd be like, oh my god, are you getting this? And she was like, yeah. So it was good, like someone to relate to. And definitely a few other like already like mums like that helped me out and like gave me advice when I was in labour. Leah, if you're watching this, thank you. And there was a few other girls, but I can't really remember now. But it's good to have like someone to talk to, definitely. And once it's over, loads of play dates with me, Amy, Landon and Lucas, so he's smiling. Did you enjoy being pregnant? Yes and no. Like, the kicks were the best thing about pregnancy, I would say. And it was just like amazing, like you're like actually carrying like a human, and it, like I was like 9 months pregnant, and I'd wake up and I'm like, oh shit, I'm actually pregnant. Like, I forgot sometimes because it's just so unreal. Like, you don't think it's ever going to happen to you, and then boom, it happens, and you're like, wow, it's crazy. Um, the least I didn't like, the morning sickness was the worst thing ever. I had the worst morning sickness for about 15 weeks. Like, couldn't even keep water down at one point. Smells made me like gag. Meat especially, like I was like the biggest fan of steak, and then like before my pregnancy, and then like in my first few weeks I hated the smell of like steak, and like chicken made me gag as well. Taste of Pepsi also, I don't know why, like the first few weeks I was like ugh, but after it I was obsessed with Pepsi. Like, it was all I drank basically, which you're not supposed to drink too much caffeine. Oh my god, I can't. Are you planning on going back to college? Definitely. I absolutely love college. I've got such a good group of friends. Melissa, if you're watching this, you're the best. Yeah, it's definitely good when you have like a group of friends to make it enjoyable. Like, it's hard, I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing social sciences, so like psychology, history, modern studies, politics. I hate politics, but I absolutely love college. The lecturers are brilliant, and they've been all so supportive with my pregnancy as well. Like, they've worked around me, so they're all little angels. Do you have any siblings? I have 4 sisters. So when I got pregnant with Lucas, my mum was wanting like a boy so bad. Like, she was like, better not be a girl, better not be a girl. And then I phoned her like when I found out what it was, and she was like, it's a girl, isn't it? And she was pre-gutted, and I was like, nah, it's a boy. And she was like buzzing. But yeah, there's 5 of us. Me, Victoria, Angelica, Jenna and Emily. How have you changed as a person since becoming a mum? I'm definitely more caring and respectful towards my own mum. Like, I know how hard it is now, and I've got like massive respect for her and other mums as well. Like, it's a hard job, but it's so worth it. What were your other name options for Lucas, and what were you gonna name him if he was a girl? So Kaelin loved the name Cole, and he wanted it with a K. I didn't like that, but I loved the name Noah. But we went with Lucas because it's after my uncle who passed away, so it was like a meaningful name, and yeah, it has a lot of meaning to me. Like, so we went with Lucas, and I love the name Lucas. Like, me and Kaelin have always said that if we ever had a baby, we would name him Lucas. Like, we've always liked the name Lucas. And if it was a girl, we loved Grace, and I loved Everly, and I wanted it to be Everly Grace. But I love the name Willow as well. But Kaelin doesn't like any like unique names. Like, he literally liked Grace, and I was like, I mean, it's a lovely name, but it's not very unique. How old were you when you got pregnant? I was 18 and 19 when I actually had Lucas. Did you know that you were pregnant before you took the test? No, I didn't. I actually kind of touched up on this in the first question, but me and my friend were up in Poland for our holiday, and I got this like weird rash all over my chest, and I was like what is this? I've literally lived in Poland for 10 years and been in the sun like all the time, and this has never happened to me. And I googled it, and you know, all these horror stories came up, like, oh, skin cancer and pregnancy, and I was like, nah, it's definitely not that. So I got a bit worried, but then my friend was like, no, I think you're pregnant. Like, she was like, Rachel, if you're watching this, you're a psychic. But yeah, she was like, yeah, you're definitely pregnant. Like, I think she just knew. Like, I feel like everyone knew but me. Like, because when I sent Rachel the pregnancy test, she was like, I knew it. And I was like, well, I definitely didn't, but I was just in such denial. Hardest thing about pregnancy, definitely the pain. Like the pelvis pains are literally the worst. I struggled to walk up a hill after like 25 weeks. Like going to college was like the biggest like mission for me. Like getting on the bus even, like I usually stayed at Kaelin's in college on college days, so his house is like, you walk down the hill to get to the bus stop, and whenever I had to walk up the hill, it was literally like murder. Like I'd always pure out of breath. So yeah, pelvis pains, but Leah gave me this little pregnancy belt which helped so much. Like, so yeah, thank you Leah for saving my life. It was so good. And I was actually meant to get physio literally when I was in the hospital having Lucas. One of the nurses phoned me and were like, oh, we have a physio space for you, because I literally waited like 2 months to even get on the list, because it's such a big demand for physio, and because I'm so petite, like my muscles ended up moving, so like I was in so much pain like the last few weeks. But then I was like, no, I'm literally having my baby, and she was like, oh, congratulations. I was like, thanks. But yeah, waited long enough. It's ridiculous how long you have to wait for physio. But I think that's all of it. Yeah, this video's really boring, I'm sorry, but the next video will be my birthing story, so I'll tell you guys about my induction process and my C-section, and I will tell you about my recovery, which is, yeah, I'll not get into that now, but I'll tell you about all of that. And I've also ordered clothes from Boohoo, not too much, but just always something, just a few nice tops, so I'll do a clothing haul as well at one point when I have the chance. I might have forgot a few questions, I'm not sure. My brain it's just not working. But thank you for watching, and if you could share, like, comment, subscribe, that would be great. But yeah, I know I'm really awkward, but this is my first video, so bear with me, and I hope you enjoyed. And you'll probably see us again really soon. Bye.